The story so far. Aliya and her Robot 6 have been sent by Professor Miari to find the roboticist Renba, but all they found was the smoking wreckage of his ship. Meanwhile, Aliya has found something else, what might be the lost crown of the Holy Empire, hidden alongside a crude map pointing to an unknown moon.
Can we be sure this was Janicki's ship? No, mistress, but the circumstantial evidence is very strong. Did someone blast it from the sky? Really, mistress? That seems speculative to say the least. What could do that? Eagles are supposed to breathe fire, aren't they? There are no eagles, mistress. As you well know, I would estimate it exploded in attempting to rise from the surface, mistress. The mangled pieces rained down at high velocity, ricocheted, and buried themselves into the dust. In short, I am surprised there is anything left. Janicki. Most likely not. Remba didn't hop her down. He landed his boat. Tried to. Or else he wasn't able to return. There are traces of explosive propellant, mistress. I suspect Master Remba attempted to detonate himself off the surface of the moon. Wonder why Remba didn't use a hopper to get down here. Landing his ship must have been almost impossible. Professor Miari told us he had no robot with him. Blackened. Presumably the ship was still burning as it fell. I suppose I always assumed we would find Remba. I don't know. Miari made it sound like he'd run away. Perhaps you can take the matter up with Remba in his next life, mistress. So, what do we do now? Return to Iox and inform Professor Miari, mistress? This was the hull. Must have been an explosion, mistress. And Janicki? Mistress, there is no hope. Janicki must have been sailing when it fell. He cannot possibly have survived. What I can't figure out is this. What was Remba doing, finding ancient sites? He must have been following some kind of trail, mistress, but how that trail began and where it was leading him, most unclear. Something under the wood. No remark. I can barely see the rivers above, and yet there's something here. Something wedged under here. We should have survived the fire. Please, please don't be an arm. It's not an arm. It's a brass telescope dating from the early Empire. This must have been aboard Janicki's ship. Another of his finds. Is this what he took from the stand on the roof up there? No. This is not from this moon. Casing's been etched with characters, though. This one has several words. Okay, sail... Sail? Sail loops. I'm sure my translation for sail is correct now. But that isn't the word for loops. Okay. So what does this say? What is this word? Sail beyond stars? Beyond. Sail beyond stars. Try it. Does sail beyond stars make sense? Most likely this comes from the same place as the box and the book, found on the site of Remba's cache. Presumably people commonly frequented both sites. Must have burned for days. Fool, Remba. So iolite crystals from the site of Remba's cache must have been mined during the Empire period to make things like that brooch Remba found. There might be some evidence of that work left, or some artifacts from connected sites. What's got you in a mood? 6. Did I say something wrong? I feel like I said something wrong and I wasn't quite paying attention. If I was able to apologize to you, I would. I'm thinking our guess about Renba's finding robots on Mercy must be wrong. That box was old artifacts, nothing to do with robots at all. Indeed, mistress. How do I get over there? This channel comes up from the rock. The wellspring must be down there somewhere. The spring is dead now, mistress, and you are breathing the last air this moon has to offer. Janiki is not here, mistress. Neither is anyone else. Are you ready to go yet, mistress? We still have more to do. I know you're worried for my safety and all, but I have to find out why he's come here, and I have a few theories. Our way down? Might be more clues down there. I do not believe it would be wise, mistress. Indeed, I believe it would be quite the opposite. Okay, 6, just let me look for stuff. I know you're worried, man. As worried as a robot can be, but okay, go back to the ruin. Nothing we can do here, 6. Nothing at all. What's over here? There's another inscription. Okay. This one is a fractured piece from an even longer phrase. So we have every. Possibly, actually, we have forever. Emperors forever? Emperors parted forever. So my translation parted has to be wrong, yeah. But I'm convinced my translation for forever, correct. Emperors live forever? Maybe this is live. Or miserable. Emperors miserable forever. I'm going to say live. Emperors live forever. Emperors here? What are emperors doing out here? Yeah, I think that they fled here. Shrine was built here. Is the stone inside from Mercy? No, mistress, I do not know where it is from, but Mercy does not have stone like that. Stone pedestal. Someone in it. Seems familiar. It seems familiar. It looks like the same as the statue on Mercy. Yeah. Mistress, you can recognize her by her hat. Figurine. Simply fashioned. Not a treasure. Functional item. Let's see. What can you tell us, I wonder? Found something etched on it. Few words in this one. Maybe we'll try goddess. Goddess bless. It's a long one, but I'm confident it says bless. But this final word doesn't look like anything I've seen before. Goddess bless things. Goddess bless plants? Looks like a plant. Goddess bless plants. The crown itself is made of stone. But it is not the same stone as the moon itself. Is it as old as the building? The outer structure is, certainly, but the stone pillar, no. Buildings here are significantly older than the pillar. How old would you say the pillar is, then? Mid to late Empire period, mistress. Moving it to this moon must have been difficult. An important ritual object. It is significantly more valuable than the goddess we found within. Someone lived out here. They irrigated the land, prayed, here, in the eye of the cyclones. Some kind of hermit? No, I think it's the emperor. Came out here. Is that a cave? Ooh, it'll be dark in there. I guess I can't go in there. According to legend, the last emperor disappeared after Iox fell. Didn't die there with everyone else. You suggesting he came here? I am. Why not? It would explain a few things. Not least that crown. Let's see. No way through here. What would have been open enough once? I would estimate the building is at least 700 years old. How did you work that out? I have been observing the rate of weathering on the stones, mistress. Extrapolating, this building is older than the founding of the Holy Empire on Iox. You know, Six, back on Iox, I say nothing is older than the Empire. That the Empire and the Fall are all that has ever been. My apologies, mistress, I do not wish to offend. I mean, instead, this building is older than anything on Iox by several hundred years. Is there a way to get to the other side there? Gotta be a way to get to the other side. Take another look inside. Can I go through that window, maybe? There's more over there. What about through here? I could slip through here. I cannot, mistress. I'll be right back.
In the yard behind the house there were tools. Plots of earth, washing hung out to dry. It was like the owner had slipped inside for a quick rucker before they came back to chop more wood. Someone had been building a life on this miserable rock.
Cloth. Bone dry. Garden beds. Something must have been able to grow here once. Though I can't see how. It's over here. Ooh. It's a grave. Some kind of marker. Definitely isn't natural. Something hanging? Something here, a necklace. These things. Plant beads, ceramic? I'm not sure. Ancient wood. Sticks are all but petrified. You can't even rot out here, but there's something cut into it. This one is a phrase run together. Under is the only word I see. Under. I can add my translation for under. Okay. So under is correct. If this is the symbol for not, this is not Wind and not sail? So, the opposite of wind and sail. Maybe, well, to sail on the winds you have to leave. So stay underground. Okay. Stay underground? Home and buried. This must be the symbol for Earth. Stay underground. I think there's a person under here. This is a grave. I wonder if whoever dug that grave believed in the loop like they do on Iox. The loopists say that to be reborn, a soul must return to the rivers. Burying someone prevents them from coming back. It's the worst thing you can do to your enemies. Okay, it's a bit haunting, you know. So there were 2 people out here, at least. So someone died here, and someone else buried them, but not Renba. The wood is far older than that. Okay, that's frightening. So the Emperor, I'm guessing. So who was buried outside then? The hermit who owns this place first, perhaps? Or was taken from them? Coming back, 6. You found a grave, mistress? How did you know? You insist on talking to yourself, mistress. I assume it has been some time since your last robot. So, 2 people died here. One upstairs, who was buried outside. And then later, another by the fire below. 3 people, mistress. Do not forget Renba. I don't think Renba died here. Okay. Just for a thumbnail. So, the last emperor killed the hermit who lived here. Then the emperor buried them in the dirt. We only know that the emperor outlived them. We do not know there was a murder. The emperors of Iox were all devout believers in the loop. To bury someone outside instead of returning them to the rivers to be reborn. That's what you do to your worst enemy. If the emperor was hiding here, perhaps he did not want anyone returning to find him. There's a grave out back. An old grave. Why would an emperor come out here and bury someone? So, why did the last emperor draw a map to the site from the mural? Wishing for some kind of peace as he lay dying? The emperors believe in the loop, mistress, but to be reborn you must be burned. Like all those before him, the last emperor faced true death. Perhaps the emperor drew a map to tell his soul where to go.